This is Kcal News, Los Angeles.
Now at 4:30, two men busted, accused of firebombing an Orange County Planned Parenthood clinic. One of them is apparently a Marine. Both of them were taken into custody in an early morning raid.
That's right. Kcal News reporter Jeff Nguyen live this afternoon in the newsroom with the story of how they were caught. Jeff?
Susie and Ross, it was a $25,000 reward that led a tipster to point the finger at two men they knew from high school. And tonight we are learning about the evidence that helped to break this case.
I'm really pleased that the FBI was able to make these arrests.
John Dunn is reacting to a major break that came more than a year after a Planned Parenthood clinic in Costa Mesa was firebombed. On Wednesday morning, the FBI, along with naval investigators, arrested 21-year-old Tibet Ergel of Irvine and 23-year-old Chance Brannon of San Juan Capistrano.
We actually had them on video throwing the Molotov cocktail.
A neighbor of the clinic captured images of FBI agents in tactical gear knocking on doors and a large law enforcement presence during the investigation on the morning of March 13th, 2022. The president and CEO of Planned Parenthood of Orange and San Bernardino County says clinics have seen an uptick in protests over the past year, but they haven't been violent. After the Supreme Court ruling that overturned Roe v. Wade last year, Planned Parenthood upgraded security and camera systems, which Dunn believes helped with leads in the case.
Literally record them getting in their car and driving away, removing their masks, getting their license plate.
Security images were featured in a $25,000 reward offer earlier this year. Court documents say even with masks on, a tipster recognized the suspects because the witness was friends with Brannon and Ergel from high school. In addition, the day after the attack, investigators say Ergel texted that person this photo of his gloved hand holding a firebomb from inside Brannon's car.
We're deeply appreciative of his efforts.
Court papers also say the witness provided investigators with Ergel's and Brannon's numbers, and Brannon's phone location data reflects he was in the vicinity of the Planned Parenthood at the time the arson occurred.
We want to send a message to anyone who is contemplating such a thing that we're not going to sit passively by and be intimidated.
And in April, investigators reviewed military records and discovered Brannon is an active duty Marine assigned to Camp Pendleton. Both men are expected to be arraigned July 24th. We're live in the newsroom. Jeff Nguyen, Kcal News.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. Another water main break impacting a major roadway here in the Southland, this time along Coldwater Canyon in Beverly Hills.
Assignment editor Mike Rogers is on the desk with all the details. How are those repairs coming, Mike?
You know, I was just hung up the phone with the Beverly Hills Police Department, and actually the repairs just finished. So Coldwater Canyon should be getting back to normal if it's not there already. But I want to show you the video from Kcal here. This is the part of Coldwater that's really one lane in each direction, which is most of Coldwater Canyon. This is right at the bottom of the hill near Shadow Hill Way in the city of Beverly Hills. As you know, or may not know, Coldwater is a really difficult area for any part to be closed because depending on where you are, if the
They, of course, carry more weight due to the heavy battery, and EVs have been found to create more damage to other vehicles in collisions. A 2011 study reveals a difference of 1,000 pounds can result in a 47% increase of a crash turning deadly.
The crash for the other vehicle, when you are heavier, is going to be more severe.
Now, on the plus side, EVs are packed with safety features, and federal regulators are now moving to require collision avoidance systems in all new vehicles, gas or electric.
Another local solar energy company has closed, leaving homeowners with unfinished systems on their roofs that aren't producing any power right now. On Your Side's Christine Lazar spoke with some of them and has some tips on what to do if that happens to you.
Imagine having pricey solar panels on your roof, but they don't work and they're not saving you any money on your utility bill. That's what happened to a group of homeowners whose solar installer went out of business without warning.
The solar panels are on the roof, but they aren't producing any energy at this home in Compton.
They gave us a time frame on our contract saying the solar will be up by July 25th of 2022. It'll be up and running and everything will be good by September.
Now, nearly 10 months later, the company that Angela Dorsey hired to install solar at her mother's home, Harness Power, is out of business, shutting its doors in March without warning.
Nobody was answering my emails. Nobody was answering phones.
I didn't know people would do you like this.
Dorsey's 83-year-old mother